it's not just happening in America, it's happening everywhere. So guys, we are looking at a problem at the border, as we have for the last, 3 years now, maybe 4. I mean, for as long as I can remember, the southern border was always a problem, always. But it's even more of a problem now because the amount of people coming through is insane, right? It's like someone said, hey man, just walk over here. We're not going to stop you. And thousands, millions of people are crossing this border. Now, the numbers that they keep throwing at us about the migrants that are here, the illegal immigrants that are here, are low numbers. They're like 7 million or some shit like that. Let's try a little higher than that. Let's try 20 to 30 million illegal immigrants since Biden got into office. They keep lowballing the number because obviously it's presidential season or election season, and they don't want people to be like, whoa, why there's so many? So they lowball the number. Now, of course, you still have liberals that'll sit there and go, well, those people need a better chance. Fuck them and their chances. Fuck them in the ass with their chances. I don't care. I'm not a fan of sitting there and playing, oh, poor baby, because your country is messed up and you can't protect your country and you can't fight for it. You have to come here with your BS and ruin everything. All right. Now, we all know, guys, that when migrants or illegal immigrants come across the border, their bullshit follows them. As we are seeing here in New York City, we're seeing a big problem with migrants and crime. Fine. But the bigger issue that a lot of people are not talking about, only a few YouTube channels are talking about it, are the fact that a lot of migrants that are coming across the border are military-aged men. Now, the military-aged men thing, I take a little issue with it because when you look at a lot of these guys coming across the border, they don't look military-esque. They don't look high speed. They look tattered. They look beat up. To be fair, that could be because they took that long journey and they look emaciated, malnourished, and things like that. That could be the reason. But all of these guys coming across are not coincidentally, but seemingly coincidentally, military age guys coming across here. Meaning they're not over the age of 40, 45, and they're not younger than 18. They're all within a fighting age. The only problem I have with the whole military age men coming here to invade is that how do you move that much weaponry around for these guys to get it? Now, there could be weapons being moved unbeknownst to us. Absolutely. There could be clandestine homes, apartments, vehicles stocked to the T, cargo shipping stocked to the T with weapons. These cargo ships that are unregistered, these cargo loads that are unregistered, they get lost in the system. They could very well be bringing weapons into the United States, and they could be staging them in various parts of the United States that when the time comes, these guys get dressed in their military outfits, whatever that might be, and spring into action. The problem with that whole thing is Americans will fight back. So I don't care how many military guys they sneak across the border, it's never going to be enough to outnumber the amount of Americans who own firearms and the U.S. military. Both of those combinations together are deadly combinations of Americans banding together with the United States military fighting back. Now, some people will argue that the United States military is in on this. I doubt it very much, because I cannot see an American soldier looking at a Mexican and going, you know what, we're going to fight together. We're going to fight against my own people. I've never, nor will we ever see that. Now, the fact that they're letting a lot of illegal immigrants into the military with no paperwork is more concerning. At least that's what's been talked about, and I've seen some videos of them allowing illegal immigrants to join the military. In fact, they are allowing illegal immigrants to join police forces in California. So that does play a role, but that would take decades for them to fill in those ranks to a point when then they could turn around and attack. That's what I mean. Listen, I could be dead wrong, and I could look at it tomorrow. We could wake up and we're surrounded by fucking chalupas and tacos, and then we're fucked. I mean, it could be that, but I don't see it. And there are other nationalities coming across the border that are also military age as well. We have Middle Easterns, Indians, Chinese, Africans, all in the same age range coming here. And that's not for a better life. Because when you come here for a better life, though some people will argue, what about their families? There is an argument against it. And I don't want to sound like the asshole that I'm going to sound like, but look what happened during the Great Depression. When this country was down and out, a lot of fathers up and left and promised that they were going to bring their families with them when they left to the big cities. When they left the farms to go to the big cities, or they left the small town to go to the big city. Millions, well, not millions, but thousands of fathers, probably tens of thousands of fathers, left their home with the promise that they were going to bring their family with them. And they went to the big cities, they went to the steel industries, they went to the shipping yards, they went to the business districts, and they looked for jobs. And they did it because it was easier for them to implement a life or get a life started. Now, a lot of fathers turned around and brought their families with them months later, if not years later. And other fathers never looked back and left their kids and their wives dying in the fucking wind. And that's partially because a lot of them also hooked up with women up here, and it was like, oh man, you know, you suck dick really good. My wife can't do that. I'm gonna stay with you, you know. And she had fucking rainbow pussy, and that was it. You know, they stayed and they left the fucking family in the dust bowl back there. So there is that. And I tried, it dawned on me that that could be it. These guys could be coming across to try to establish something first and then bring their families with them. In fact, a lot of guys are doing that. We just don't know which ones. Now, the issue with the military age is that a lot of guys are doing something suspicious. The migrants or the illegal immigrants, they're dumping their IDs at the border so that they cannot be identified. And Border Patrol agents are picking up IDs, placing them on a board, and there are tens of thousands of these IDs that they're collecting at the border. Now, I don't know why you would wait till you got to the border to dump it when you could have dumped it miles back, but nonetheless, they're dumping it at the border, and they're all military-age men. So there is, my antennas are up about it, but there can be excuses as to why. Now, again, if they wake up the next morning, they have fatigues and firearms in their arms, and they start kicking ass, then I was wrong. But the military age thing, I don't know. I'm not quite sold on it yet. I do see the pattern. I do see that these guys are here. I don't think they're here to attack. And if they are, they're going to be shit out of luck anyway. Because a lot of these guys do not look like tactical training kind of dudes. Like, when you look at the video of these military age guys, they don't look tactical. They don't look high speed. They look like pussies. They look like the beta males we have here. We just have more beta males coming across the border, especially those Chinese dudes. Those Chinese dudes are very beta male-ish. But anyway, not the point. The point, guys, is that I'm not jumping on the bandwagon just yet. I'm not convinced just yet that they're going to attack. There is definitely something suspicious about it, but I don't think it's attack-worthy. I think it could be something else that we're not picking up on. Anyway, guys, other than that, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.